Coach PJ here. Ever create space in your calendar and before you know it, the time disappears? Or clean out a closet or desk drawer and within a week, the space isn't so empty anymore? Well, let me explain why this happens. There is a principle in life called the law of the vacuum. In the same way that the universe abhors a vacuum and will fill available space, our life expands in much the same way. This is a great reason why you should make a plan for the time and the money that you don't yet have. For example, have you ever had a time in your life when you went from making a certain amount of money to making more money? Maybe you got a raise at a job, or you were just growing in your business and you started making more money. After a couple of weeks or months, did you actually feel like you had more money? Likely not. That's the law of the vacuum in action. That is because our life expands to fill the space. Our life will absorb extra money and it will also absorb extra time. So here's the key. You have to, in advance, make a plan for the time that you want to have, the time that you want to buy back, the life that you want to have, as well as the money that you don't yet have. That way, as you begin to delegate things in your business, as you begin to systematize things in your business, you actually buy back more time. You don't just let it get sucked up or absorbed by busyness. Instead, you are very, very intentional with that time. There was a time when I was commuting and I had a long flight and I had to connect to O'Hare to get to my destination. And each week I took these flights and each week I spent about 3 hours each direction, so 6 hours total a week in transportation to and from just because I had a connecting flight. I then moved and no longer needed a connecting flight to get to the same destination. So I gained 6 hours back a week. I made sure that I actually used that 6 hours. It didn't just disappear and fill the space. I actually intentionally identified where I was going to use that 6 hours and what I was use that 6 hours for. Because otherwise it would have just disappeared. It would have been the law of a vacuum and it would have dissipated. So think back to a time where you had your most clients. You were at your maximum capacity. Or think of what your maximum capacity could be for your business right now. Given all the resources, consider that your schedule and your team would adapt to accommodate any kind of maximum capacity, and you would make it happen. Your schedule would somehow accommodate the work that needed to be done. Now I want you to look at your current calendar and identify the time that you have available when you're not at that maximum capacity. Then set aside this time to work on your business, work on your marketing, work on getting more clients that drives you to the maximum capacity. You can use that time off or reinvest it in ways that are very intentional with your business. And the same is true for your money. Make a spending plan for it. Make an investment plan for it. In fact, even open another bank account just for that profit or for those investment funds so that as additional money comes in, it has a place, it has a purpose, and it won't just get sucked up or absorbed into your lifestyle, into your business. I have a client right now who we are working to build reserves. And during this period of time, there are less expenses in the business. So we're using that opportunity when there's less expenses to still put aside the amount of money so that there are reserves, so that there are a place where you can have your own access to additional funds. And that's very empowering, but it also takes intention. So let the law of the vacuum work for you. Create those spaces intentionally. Buy an extra filing cabinet to store the client files for the clients you don't yet have. Create that space. Block the time in your calendar to work on the business and to create the things that don't yet exist. And let that principle work for you instead of against you. If this is something that you're interested in learning more about, I have a number of ways to do that. We can jump on a quick call. We can get together for a coffee. Or if you know that this is absolutely what you need and you want to get started right away, I offer a 2-hour complimentary coaching session where we'll dig deep into your business, identify the opportunities, and put a plan in place to go forward. If you got value from this video, like, subscribe, comment. Leading real people to achieve real results. Your business profit. Until next time.